6 discoveries scientists still can't explain. Tiny human or alien. It is definitely not surprising when the skeletal remains of a body, which is thousands of years old, are discovered unexpectedly. However, a 6-inch tall skeleton found in 2003 grabbed everyone's attention like no other. The reason for this interest is the skeleton's pointed head that made scientists question if it belonged to an alien. The bone density of the small skeleton was like that of a 6-year-old. The mummy was discovered in the Atacama Desert in Chile. It was recognized as a female and was named Atta. After several studies were done on her DNA structure, Atta was found to be closely related to the indigenous Chileans, with a small part of European ancestry. The skeleton itself showed 7 various gene mutations. However, the reason for the pointed skull remains a mystery for the scientists. Advanced Stone Age tools. Throughout history, generations have invented and used all kinds of tools to make life easier. This phenomenon was established ever since the Stone Age, where various tools were created using stones. This was also the beginning of Homo sapiens. It is widely believed that modern humans descended from Homo sapiens that traveled from Africa. This incident itself is almost 6,000 years old. This group of Homo sapiens were quite skilled and made all kinds of tools, even using sharpened stone blades that were attached to the ends of spears. However, a recent discovery found that similar tools were also made almost 200,000 years ago in southern India. This discovery would either mean that people left Africa in small groups throughout a long period, or there were other Homo sapiens that lived in South India, who could make innovative tools. Ancient shell. Archaeologists have discovered skeletal remains of ancient and medieval creatures around the world. Discovering the remains of such creatures in your backyard is not something anyone can forget. Something similar happened with a farmer in Argentina when he was simply strolling around his land one day. The man discovered a huge round object sitting a little deep in the mud. He immediately started caving the soil away from the object to take it out. This round scaly object looked similar to a dinosaur egg at the beginning. Many people gathered to see what it was, and soon scientists were notified of it. The object was taken out of the land and transported to a research facility. It was later discovered that the object was a protective shell that protected the animal it covers from any peril. The animal it belonged to was a glyptodon, a creature that roamed the earth almost 10,000 years ago. What baffled scientists was the fact that the shell remained intact even after all these years. The shell weighed 1,100 kilograms, so you can only imagine how heavy the glyptodon might have been. Human skeleton. Various objects buried under the surface have been discovered by archaeologists over the years, from ancient tools to skeletal remains of medieval creatures. However, one discovery gave rise to curiosity and several questions regarding human history. In the mountainous terrains of Africa, a human skeleton was dug up in 2012. However, what stunned scientists was the fact that this skeleton was bigger and taller than any human alive today. The skeleton was several feet tall, and its skull was huge. It was later concluded that human beings were larger thousands of years ago. With time, humans became smaller and now only grow up to a few feet tall. Cave habitation. In Kenya, Africa, a vast network of caves was discovered recently. When explored, it was found that these caves housed objects used in the Middle Stone Age times up to the modern times. This network of caves is called the Pangaea Side. It had a little above 1,000 square feet of space in the cave's main chamber. Because of the various artifacts found within, it can be concluded that hundreds of humans have lived in these caves, ever since Stone Age times. Marble tomb. In 1970, miners found a tomb built of marble while they were working 70 meters below the surface. As soon as the men saw this tomb, they worked on removing it from the site. Because of its heaviness, The miners took a long time in removing the marble tomb from its place. Finally, after getting it out, the tomb was opened, and the body of a beautiful young woman was discovered in it. The miners were surprised by this turn of events, as the body looked as if it was buried only a few hours ago. The woman's body was surrounded by a pink-colored liquid. Seeing this, the people removed the body from the water. However, as soon as this body left its resting place, it started decaying. The tomb was sent to researchers who tried understanding the origins of the liquid that could preserve a body so well. Unfortunately, after all these years, the original composition of the water had drastically changed, hence scientists couldn't understand what it originally was.